everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to the Business Next Step Screenplay series here tonight. We're going to get started at 7:15, so feel free to grab a drink at the bar or a sandwich or something as well. Binks has wonderful food and drinks for you, and get settled in, and we'll start the show at 7:15. Thank you, guys.
How are you? Yeah, exactly.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Next Step Screenplay series, The Business by Wayne Cothron, who's actually right here. Give a wave. Woo. Yes. I'm Kimberly DePersia. I'm the artistic director of All the Lion Studio and Incubator. Oh, thank you. We do this every month, the last Monday of every month here at Binks. Raise your hands if this is your first time being at a Next Step. Awesome, cool. Thank you guys for being here. Give them a round of applause. You guys come out. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. So this is designed as the next step between a writer writing their screenplay and like what happens next. So you write a screenplay and then what do you do with it, right? You have a feature-length screenplay just sitting on your desktop computer, what do you do with it? Well, here it's more like a workshop setting. So we have our actors. We rehearse them for a few rehearsals. So they know their characters, they know the scenes, but they're still going to be on book. So they're still going to have their lines with them. They're not fully memorized, but we're going to have sound and music played by the amazing Michael F. Lewis over here. Yeah. Awesome. And the premise of this is a wrestling pro recounts his obsession and eye-opening pursuit of a career in the business. And Jeffrey Rembert over here is our wonderful director. Now, yes, there are some cards there that Jeff might hold up for you to say things. So who here has watched professional wrestling, pro wrestling? Okay. All right, most everyone. All right. For those of you that haven't, we're going to teach you some terms of there's some terms of wrestling moves that are referred to in the show. So I'm going to ask Doc Anthony Bravo up here, as well as Scarlett, and they're going to demonstrate a few moves for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's 3 moves that we want to show you, and I had to pick the toughest person I saw in this crowd, and I saw her, and I'm like, she can take a good bump. Ain't that right, Scarlett? Yeah. That's a high five, baby. Yeah. All right. So the 3 things that we're going to show you is 1, the chop, 2, the DDT, which means absolutely nothing, and the suplex. And that's when Scarlett picks me up over her head. So we're going to have a good time. And to narrate while we're showing you is my co-star, Ryan. All right, versus chop.
All right, everybody, so made popular by Ric Flair, first we got the chop. Now, what's important about the chop is when the chop happens, we got to go in true Ric Flair fashion. Woo! All right, so everybody ready?
Go.
Woo! Yeah. Woo! Woo! All right, next, we got the DDT.
Boom! This is the one I've been waiting for. She's going to pick me up over her shoulder.
And last but not least, the suplex. Let's go.
Oh, I do it to you then? Okay. Ready? 1, 2.
Well versed in the moves, we'll start The Business by Wayne Cothron.
I know, I thought the same thing. I was like, woo! No, start it, here. One. You're welcome.
The Business by Wayne Cothron. Interior diner, present day. Rob Myers, 45, is sitting at a table. A waitress, 25, walks over to the table.
Would you like your usual breakfast, Rob?
Yes, please. In fact, I'll have 2.
You must be talking to another student this morning.
Yeah, I come here too often.
Why do you say that?
You know me too well. I'm becoming predictable.
Well, on that note, I know you will have coffee.
The waitress turns around and walks away from the table. A young man, 22, walks over to the table.
Mr. Meyer?
Are you the young man who wants to become a professional wrestler?
Yes, sir.
Rob Myers stands up from the
Well,
table.
it's nice to put a face with an email, kid. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
Rob Myers shakes hands with the young man.
You know, I could have video chatted with you.
Yeah, I know, but email is about as far as I go technology-wise. So well, let's just have a seat.
Well, thank you.
Rob Myers and the young man both sit down at the table.
I'm sorry for marking out a little. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Meyer. I've been a big fan of yours since I was a kid.
Hey, I appreciate that, kid. But watch who you tell that to. They may take it personal. Ordered you some breakfast.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, how'd you get here from New York City?
Oh, I took a bus.
Have you got a place to stay?
Oh, yeah, I have enough money for a motel room.
Okay, well, fine. Then I'm paying for breakfast.
Thank you again.
The waitress walks back over to the table, carrying a cup of coffee.
Morning.
Hello.
What can I get you to drink?
I'll have a cup of coffee, too.
Fine. I'll be right back.
The waitress turns and walks away from the table.
Okay, now we can talk seriously.
Oh, shit. You're not gonna let me join the school, are you?
Listen, calm down, kid. I'm just going to tell you the story about my career in professional wrestling. And I'm warning you, it's a long damn story.
I'm ready.
Interior living room, years before. Young Rob, 8, walks into his family living room.
I was first introduced to the business when I was 8 years old.
Young Rob walks over to the television and turns it on.
War continues in the Middle East.
I've seen this before. It must be a rerun.
Young Rob changes the channel on the television.
Today I will be discussing Jeffersonian democracy.
Boring!
Young Rob changes the channel once again, and the image of a professional wrestling match appears on the screen. Young Rob sits down in front of the television and begins watching the wrestling show. Interior, living room, same day. Flying Eagle, 22, is wrestling a larger man dressed in Russian garb. An announcer, 31, is seated at a ringside table, while a crowd around the ring is cheering wildly.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to First Coast Pro Wrestling! Right now, we're watching Flying Eagle and Big L take on the Russian Bears.
Flying Eagle kicks the larger man in the face, and the larger man falls backward onto the mat. Flying Eagle then goes up to the top rope of the ring.
Flying Eagle is going up to the top for his big splash!
Flying Eagle dives off the top rope onto the other wrestler. He quickly pins his opponent, and a referee counts the pinfall.
By God, seeing that splash never gets old.
Fans continue to cheer as Flying Eagle and Big Elk are standing in the middle of the ring.
What a tremendous match! I'm going to get a word with the winning team right now.
Flying Eagle and Big Elk get out of the ring, and the announcer is there to meet them with a microphone.
Congratulations, Flying Eagle and Big Elk, on your victory over the Russian Bears.
Thank you.
I take it you're now going after the Tag Team Championships.
The Great Spirit tells us that now is the time for me and my brother to become the new Tag Team Champion.
Oh, well, has the Great Spirit told you when you're going to win the Tag Team titles?
Big Elk and I asked the Great Spirit that question through our medicine man, and he was told us we will win the Tag Team belts next week at Liberty Arena in Fernandina Beach, Florida.
Well, good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Flying Eagle shakes hands with the announcer, then he and Big Elk turn and walk away.
Well, I don't know about you fans, but I can't wait to see that match. And there are still plenty of great seats available at the Liberty Arena in Fernandina Beach. Well, that's all the time we have this week, wrestling fans. I hope to see you all back here next week.
Interior, living room, same day. Young Rob is still sitting in front of his television, visibly mesmerized by what he has seen on the screen.
That was the moment I decided I wanted a career in professional wrestling. Looking back on it now, though, it was the dumbest promo to base a life decision on. Hell, you would get sued for saying that shit on TV. But it was a different time, and I was a kid.
Young Rob stands up from the floor, runs out of the living room and into the kitchen. Interior kitchen, same day. Abigail Myers, 29, has just finished washing some dishes.
Mom, I just saw the coolest thing on TV.
What is it?
It's something called professional wrestling.
Oh, Lord, anything but that.
You know about professional wrestling?
Yes, I do. Your grandfather was a huge professional wrestling fan.
That's not even the best part.
You mean there's more good news? I can't wait to hear it.
The wrestlers are coming to Liberty Arena next week, and I want to go see them.
Now, Rob, you know that our money is tight.
Like most single-parent families, we didn't have a lot of extra money. But man, Mom did whatever she could to put food on the table, which is more than I can say about my old man. He took off in the middle of the night 3 years before.
Mom.
Look, I'm sorry, Rob, but you're just going to have to find a way to earn that money yourself.
How can I do that?
Well, when I was your age and I needed money, I would walk around the neighborhood and I'd ask people if there's any odd jobs that I could do.
Well, if I save enough money to buy a ticket, will you drive me to the wrestling show?
You bet I will.
Young Rob runs out of the kitchen.
I spent the next week running through my neighborhood doing every chore the law would allow a kid my age to do. And the next thing I knew, I had enough money to buy a ticket.
Interior, living room, 1 week later. Abigail is sitting on the couch inside the living room drinking a glass of tea. Young Rob runs into the living room holding a glass jar filled with change. He puts the jar on its small table in front of Abigail.
What's all this?
This is all of the money I saved up doing chores this week.
Now that is a lot of money there.
I have just enough money to buy a ticket to the wrestling show tomorrow night.
Well, wait a minute. You're going to need more than one ticket.
What are you talking about, Mom?
Well, I'm not letting you go to a wrestling match by yourself. Lucky for you, I also know how to save money.
So when can we buy the tickets?
We'll go to the box office tomorrow afternoon.
I can't wait!
Interior, Abigail's car, next day. Abigail is driving the car. Young Rob is sitting in the passenger seat. He looks out the window of the car and sees a large crowd of people outside of the arena.
You see, Mom, a lot of people are wrestling fans.
Yeah, well, I'm relieved to know you're not the only one.
Young Rob notices a second line of people near the box office.
Why is there a second line over there, Mom?
Abigail turns her head slightly and looks out of her car window.
This
She
sign?
sees a sign on a wall of the building.
The sign says that those people are here to meet a wrestler called Flying Eagle.
Flying Eagle is my favorite wrestler. Can I go meet him?
Sure, you can go meet him while I pay for the tickets.
Abigail stops the car in front of the arena. Young Rob opens the door and gets out of the car.
Thanks, Mom.
Be careful, Rob.
I will.
Exterior, Liberty Arena, same day.
I hope this line will move fast.
Several seconds pass, and young Rob is soon at the head of the autograph line. Flying Eagle is sitting behind a table in front of young Rob.
Hey, kid. Hi, would you like an autograph?
Yes, please.
Flying Eagle removes a picture from a stack of pictures of himself on top of the table. He quickly signs the picture.
Are you coming to the show tonight?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Flying Eagle gives the signed autograph to Rob.
You're my favorite wrestler.
I'm glad to hear it. What's your name?
My name is Rob Myers, and I want to be a wrestler when I grow up.
That's good, kid.
Young Rob turns and walks away from the table with the autograph in his hand.
Flying Eagle and I would meet again a few years later.
Interior high school hallway. A few years later, teen Rob, 15, is walking through the hallway of his high school with Wayne Smith, 15. Wayne sees a poster on the wall.
Hey, Rob, look at that.
Teen
Yeah.
Rob turns to see the poster and quickly reads it.
Yeah, so?
So you should try out for that.
Why?
Oh, you're a wrestling fan, so that could be fun for you.
I watch professional wrestling. This is amateur or Olympic style wrestling.
What's the difference?
The difference is professional wrestling is cool, while Olympic wrestling is just a couple of guys rolling around, on the ground.
Well, look at it this way, dude. Being part of a team couldn't hurt your reputation around here.
Okay, I'll check it out at a lunch.
I would make the team a couple of days later. Of course, it was my high school's first wrestling team, so they took everybody who showed up to try out.
Interior high school gymnasium, same day. A pep rally is going on inside the gym. The principal, 35, and Coach Floyd Riker, 38, are standing behind a podium in the middle of the gym floor. The gym's bleachers are filled with cheering students.
All right, everyone, please settle down a little.
The noise from the crowd lessens.
Okay, young ladies and gentlemen, I'd like now to turn things over to our brand new wrestling coach, Floyd Riker.
The principal moves away from a microphone, and Coach Riker walks up to the podium.
I'm excited to be here, and I'm even more excited about our new wrestling team that I'm going to introduce to you all this afternoon.
Interior gymnasium locker room, same day. Teen Rob is standing in a gym locker room. He is dressed in a pair of faded blue jeans with holes in them, an equally faded t-shirt, with a pair of sunglasses and a long blonde wig.
I can't believe the crazy shit we wore in the 1980s.
Wayne walks into the locker room.
So how do I look?
You look cool, man.
Did you talk to your friend in the audio club?
Yeah, and he's ready to go.
Awesome.
I'd better get out of here and do my part.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for helping me out, Wayne.
Hey, no problem.
Let's do this.
Interior high school gymnasium, same day. The pep rally is still going on inside the gym. Wayne walks up onto the stage and over to Coach Riker.
My friend Rob wants me to introduce him.
Okay, whatever.
Coach Riker moves away from the podium. Wayne walks up to the microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the coolest wrestler in the world today.
Yeah!
Wrestling fans, here is Rocking Rob Meyer!
All right!
Teen Rob throws open the locker room doors and runs out of the locker room over to a crowd of screaming students.
Good luck, man.
Go, go, go.
Teen Rob begins slapping hands with some of the students. He then runs over to the podium.
Thanks for saying good luck, friend.
Wayne turns and walks away from the podium. Teen Rob takes his place in front of the microphone.
All right, Rockin' Rob here, and I'm glad to be here. I heard those losers from Crystal High are telling anybody and everybody that they're gonna beat us? I can't wait to get those punks in this ring this Saturday afternoon and teach them some respect.
Rockin' Rob! Rockin' Rob!
Rockin' Rob.
Rockin' Rob!
It wasn't long after that I found out that amateur wrestling took place on a mat, not in a ring. But why let the facts get in the way of a good promo?
Interior gymnasium locker room, afternoon. Teen Rob and Wayne are sitting on a bench after Teen Rob's promo.
Whew, man, that was fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
I have to change because, cool or not, old man Cox is not gonna let me get into math class dressed like this.
Okay, man.
Wayne stands up and walks out of the locker room. Coach Riker walks in.
Oh, hi, Coach.
What the hell did you do out there?
Oh, I just thought that.
I'll tell you what you did. You made a mockery of my sport with that crap. It's because of that fake pro wrestling shit that makes me ashamed to tell people that I was a wrestler.
I'm sorry, Coach.
Is that supposed to make up for not only embarrassing my team, but the sport that I dedicated my life to? That's what I thought. You're off the team. And I never want to see you again.
I'm just a teenager.
And that was the end of my amateur wrestling career.
Interior college classroom, 5 years later. Rob, 20, walks into a college classroom and sits down at one of the empty tables.
I wouldn't take my first step in professional wrestling career until I went to college.
A journalism professor, 54, walks into the classroom and up to a podium in front of the class.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Journalism 101. As you can tell from my accent, I'm from the island nation of Cuba. Has anyone heard of the city of Santiago?
Oh, I've heard of Santiago.
And how did you hear about Santiago, Cuba?
I mean, that's where the Cuban Assassin Squad is from.
Pardon me, Mr.
Rob Myers.
Well, Mr. Myers, my family and I have lived in Cuba for several generations. I have never heard of the Cuban Assassin Squad.
I mean, the Cuban Assassin Squad is a pro wrestling team.
Well, you have to pardon me because I don't know very much about professional wrestling.
That's okay.
You know, it's funny that we are talking about professional wrestling because there is a man who works out at my gym who is a professional wrestler.
Do you know the man's name?
Yes, I believe this man's name is Billy Bob, but I could be wrong.
Well, what's the name of your gym?
It's called the Iron Workers Gym.
I know where that is. Thank you.
Now, Mr. Myers, this concludes the pro wrestling part of my class.
Well, that's disappointing, but I understand.
Of course, if enough people drop this journalism class, I may change my syllabus.
Interior, the Ironworkers Gym, same day. Rob walks into the building and over to a man, 23, working out with weights.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah?
Do you know anybody who works out here called Billy Bob?
You mean that pro wrestler guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's around here somewhere. Yeah, you'll know him when you see him.
Thanks.
Just be careful, dude.
Why do you say that?
Word is he can be an asshole when he's grumpy.
Thanks for the heads up, man.
Yeah, sure.
Interior, the Ironworkers Gym, same day. Rob walks around the gym and soon finds Billy Bob Walker, 51, working out on a punching bag.
Billy Bob was the largest man I had ever seen in person, at least up to that point.
Rob walks over to Billy Bob.
Excuse me, are you Billy Bob Walker?
You process server?
No.
What the hell you want?
I wanted to know how to get into professional wrestling.
I'm sorry, kid, I can't help you.
Well, you know of a wrestling school or something that I could go to?
You can't learn the goddamn wrestling business at a school. You gotta have on-the-job training.
Okay, well, where can I get this on-the-job training?
Billy Bob stops punching the bag.
You aren't gonna leave me hell alone until I help you, are you?
I just want to be a professional wrestler.
Well, why the hell you want to do that?
I mean, I've always been a fan, and it's been a real dream of mine to be a wrestler.
Oh, man, your parents must have really screwed you up.
I'm sorry to bother you.
Now, hold on a damn minute. You look strong enough. What's your name, son?
My name is Rob Myers.
Okay, Rob Myers, here's the thing. I'm running a show tonight at the high school gym.
I know where that's at. I went to high school there.
Did I ask where you were from, kid?
No.
Anyway, I need one more young fella to help me set up the ring, and if you get my ring up fast enough, I'll give you some time in.
What time do I have to be at the high school?
Everything's you starting up in about an hour.
And do I talk to you when I get there?
I'm running the damn show, son. Just walk up to the first jacked up motherfucker and tell him you're part of the ring crew.
Yes, sir.
Interior, high school gymnasium, late afternoon. Rob arrives at gym. A group of wrestlers are standing around the building. A wrestler, 32, walks over to Rob.
Don't you know it's Saturday, kid? There's no school today.
I'm not here for school.
Well, then what the hell are you here for, man?
I'm here to be part of the ring crew.
You must be a wrestler, kid.
Yeah.
Well, go outside and wait for the ring truck with the rest of the ring crew.
Thanks.
Dumbass.
Exterior high school gymnasium, same day. Rob sees a group of young men standing in a group outside the high school gym. He walks over to the group.
Hey, are you guys the ring crew?
Ben Marshall, 22, answers Rob.
I guess that would be us.
Well, what are we waiting here for?
Billy Bob is supposed to be here with the ring anytime now.
Rob.
Nice to meet you, Rob. I'm Ben. Let me introduce you to the other guy.
Rob and Ben walk over to Jim, 21.
Hey, I'm Rob.
Hey, I'm Jim.
Tony, 23, moves over to Rob, Ben, and Jim.
What are you guys doing?
Nothing, Tony. Meet Rob over here.
Hey, I'm Tony. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm getting tired of waiting this fucking Billy Bob guy.
I mean, does anybody know if this Billy Bob is a real pro wrestler or what?
I ain't never seen him on TV.
Billy Bob was a big star in this area of Florida about 30 years ago, but he hasn't worked a match for about 10 years now.
A small truck pulls up in front of Rob, Ben, Jim, and Tony. Billy Bob gets out of the truck.
Okay, boys, ring is in the back.
Rob, Ben, Jim, and Tony move closer to the truck's trailer.
Is the trailer unlocked?
Yes, dumbass, it is.
Jim opens the trailer. Rob, Ben, and Tony begin to take parts of a wrestling ring out of the trailer.
Okay, now set the thing up in the middle of the gym.
Rob, Ben, Jim, and Tony carry the ring parts into the gym, with Billy Bob following behind them. Interior high school gymnasium, same day.
All right, boys, I've got some business to take care of. Now try not to bust up my fucking ring.
Billy Bob turns and walks over to one of the wrestlers inside the building.
Does anybody know how I put one of these things together?
Yeah, you just put one piece into another piece that fits.
Makes sense to me.
Me too.
Rob, Ben, Jim, and Tony begin to set up the ring. Rob and Ben are setting up the ring next to each other.
This is the first time I've ever touched a wrestling ring.
Me too. This shit is heavier than I thought.
Ditto.
Okay, how did you get roped into this?
Well, I met Billy Bob at the gym this morning, and he said if I set up the ring fast enough, he'd train me to be a professional wrestler.
What? Same thing happened to me last night at my dad's club.
Interior high school gymnasium, same day. Billy Bob is standing by a wrestler a few feet away from the ring.
Well, boss, it looks like these boys have finished putting up the ring.
Yep, I guess I'll have to go work out with them.
Billy Bob, why do you work out with the marks to set up the ring?
Do you know a better way to get guys to set up a ring for fucking free? Also, I like the chance to torture these damn punks and never see their asses again.
Well, I'm just glad I don't have to do that shit.
Well, son, if your ass doesn't draw any better than last week, you will be right there with them, I guarantee.
Interior high school gymnasium, same day. Billy Bob walks over to the ring. He looks over at Jim and Tony, who are standing outside the ring.
All right, you assholes want to train to be wrestlers? Get into my damn ring.
Jim and Tony get into the ring with Rob and Ben.
Okay, let's start with some Hindu squats.
What's a Hindu squat?
It's this, asshole.
Okay, I get it.
Billy does a Hindu squat.
All right, how many of these do you want us to do?
You have to tell them until I tell you to fucking stop.
Rob, Ben, Jim, and Tony begin doing Hindu squats. They do them for several hours and begin to sweat profusely, while Billy Bob is still standing in the ring.
You boys want to be in the business, you got to be ready to work a match for a long damn time.
Jim gets out of the ring.
Hey, where the hell are you going, kid?
Jim vomits on the gym floor.
Jeez. Get 'em up, clean that shit up, and then get the hell out of my sight. Okay, boys, let's move on to something else.
Rob, Ben, and Tony stop doing Hindu squats.
Now, I want you to take a flat back bump onto the mat.
What the hell is a flat back bump?
Watch this.
Billy Bob falls backward onto the ring mat. He quickly gets up, back up from the mat.
That, my little dumbasses, is a flat back bump.
Ben falls backward onto the mat. He hits his head and groans in pain.
You landed wrong, son.
How do you know I landed wrong?
I know, because you busted your damn head on the mat.
That's why I'm...
Now, unless you want to bust your damn head open, you got to land on the mat as flat as a pancake.
Ben lands flat on the mat.
Holy shit, you didn't hurt yourself that time. Now that all of you have seen how it's done right, I want you to start fucking doing it.
Rob, Ben, and Tony begin doing flat back bumps.
All right. You boys keep doing that shit. I got a show to run.
Billy Bob gets out of the ring and walks away. Rob, Ben, and Tony continue to do flat back bumps, and their backs begin to turn red and blister.
That's it. I can't take it. This shit hurts.
Tony gets out of the ring. The wrestler has been watching this exercise a few feet away.
Who told you to stop?
You can tell that fat fuck Billy Bob to kiss my ass.
Tony walks away from the ring and out of the gym.
Whatever, man.
Interior, high school gymnasium, same day. Rob and Ben continue to work out.
I hate to say this, dude, but my fucking back is killing me. I don't know how much longer I could take this. I can't continue this shit.
No. You are not leaving me here with that mean old bastard.
Okay, assholes can stop now.
Rob and Ben slowly and painfully stand up from the mat.
So are we wrestlers now?
Not even close, wise ass. That was just level 1 of your training.
When do we get to move on to level 2?
You two bring your asses to my next show and set up my ring there, and then you can start level fucking 2.
I'll be there.
Good,
Me too.
good. Now get the hell out of here.
Hey, I wanna thank you for helping me out in there.
Don't worry about it.
Exterior gymnasium parking lot, same day. Rob and Ben soon stop at a sports car parked in the lot.
Is this your car?
Whose car do you think it is, dude?
Nice.
Thanks. So, what do you do when you're not setting up wrestling rings and working for a crazy-ass hillbilly?
I'm going to college.
Really? Where?
Northeast Florida campus.
And why not Florida University or University of Florida?
Oh, I couldn't afford it. I mean, besides, the first 2 years of college, it's the same no matter where you go.
Are you from around here?
Oh, all my life. I even went to this high school.
Wow.
Yeah, so what do you do?
Oh, I work at my dad's club.
Well, it must pay well.
So how long have you been wanting to be a professional wrestler?
Ever since I was 8 years old.
Oh, you were a fan too, huh?
Yeah.
My mom still wishes that I never saw one damn wrestling match.
My mom was always cool with it.
Does she know you're training to be a wrestler?
Oh, hell no.
I chuckle. What are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I haven't really thought that far ahead, to be honest. I just want to go home and heal my fucking back.
Sorry, I was too excited to tell you about my dad's place called Benny's.
Well, I've never been there.
It's a strip club.
Well, you know, I've never been to a strip club before either.
So you don't like...
No. I don't mind going. I've just never had a reason to go to a strip joint before.
Your dad's never...
My father split when I was really young.
Well, now you have a reason to go. And I'll buy you a beer and we can talk some more.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
All right, I'll see you there around 8 o'clock.
Interior, Benny's Strip Club, evening. Rob walks into Benny's. He looks around at all of the people inside the club and listens to the loud rock music.
Wow, this place is really loud!
Rob walks over to a hostess, 22, who is standing behind a podium.
Good evening and welcome to Benny's.
What?
Would you like a table?
I'm meeting a friend.
What's your friend's name?
His name is Ben Marshall.
Oh, I know Benny.
Well,
Follow me.
I guess that's him.
Come with me.
The hostess takes Rob into the main room and over to the bar, who soon sees Ben sitting a few feet away.
Benny.
Hey, Rob!
That's my friend.
How are you, bud?
Oh, fine, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, this is my friend Rob.
Hi, Rob. Nice to meet you.
Rob wants to be a wrestler just like me.
That's cool.
Thanks.
Well, I better get back to work.
It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, I hope I see you again.
Come over here. Have a seat.
Rob walks over to the bar stool near Ben and has a seat.
You know you could have had that girl, right?
I'm too tired and I'm still a little beat up from that right
Oh, come on, man. You can always find time for a woman. Do you have a girl?
No.
Well, what the hell are you doing all day besides college and wrestling?
I mean, isn't that enough to do for one person?
I now see what I have to do.
What are you talking about, man?
I'm making it my life's mission that from this day forward, that I get you in some type of trouble.
Oh, and how are you exactly going to do that?
You'll see.
You make a lot of friends in your life, but only have one truly best friend. And I knew that Ben was going to be that truly best friend when he told me his mission in life was to get me into trouble.
Hey, how you doing, Ben?
Hey, man.
Can I get you another beer?
Yeah, thanks.
What can I get you?
You know what? I'll have a beer too, thanks.
Cool, I'll be right back.
Dude, where did you find this place?
Oh, my dad bought this place after I was born.
You're kidding.
Yeah, no.
So you grew up around this place?
Well, I spent every other weekend at my dad's condo, which is like about a block from here.
So your parents are divorced too?
Yep.
The bartender walks back over to Rob and Ben with 2 glasses of beer.
Here you go, boys.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, you guys let me know if you need anything else.
Yeah, thank you. And we will.
All right.
So, why do you want to be a professional wrestler?
Well, like I said, I've been watching wrestling on TV since I was a kid. And what really got me into wrestling wasn't just the money or the traveling, but it was those ring rats.
What's a ring rat?
Oh, let me tell you about them. Basically, professional wrestling's groupie.
Oh.
You do know what a groupie is, right?
Of course, I've seen MTV.
Oh, okay.
Nick Marshall, 43, walks over to Ben.
Hey, Benny.
Hey, Nick, how's it going?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm good. Hey, meet my buddy Rob here.
Hey, Rob. I'm Nick. I noticed you weren't around here today.
I've been working with that one guy, Billy Bob.
Oh, so you were helping set up that wrestling show.
Yeah, that's where I met Rob at.
Yeah, we even got some ring time.
Well, I guess that's good. Whatever ring time is.
It means that you get to work out inside the ring.
Did you learn anything?
Yeah, we learned how to fall.
Benny already knows how to fall. All you have to do is get 2 beers in him.
Very fucking funny, Nick.
Hey, Benny, my midnight to 6 can't make it. I want you to fill in for him.
That's kind of late there, Nick.
I know how time works, Benny.
Will I get paid this time?
Do you know how much money you owe my ass?
You know what? Now that I think about it, I'll take the shift.
Well, boys, I gotta go. It was nice to meet you.
Same here, Nick. Oh, he seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, Nick is okay.
Has he worked for your father long?
Oh, no, Nick is my father.
Oh.
Interior, Benny's strip club, same evening. 2 gym rats, 23 and 26, walk over to 2 empty stools near Rob and Ben and have a seat.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. How much you bench?
What are you talking about, dude?
You and your friend over there look like you're in good shape.
Yeah, I guess.
So, how much you bench press?
I don't know about my friend here, but I don't bench very much.
Well, you both should start bench and pressing as soon as possible.
Why?
So people will know you're serious about working out, man.
Well, I guess we're not as serious as we thought about it, huh?
Gym rat number 1 looks at a dancer on a stage a few feet away from the bar.
Look at that fat-ass woman on the stage over there, man.
She's not so bad.
Yeah, and a lot of guys like a fat ass on a woman.
You know, it pisses me off how fat people are getting in this country.
Whatever, man.
So what do you guys do anyway?
Well, I'm a college student.
I didn't know you had to be in shape to be a college student.
Hey, we're training for something, okay?
Hey, we're training to be bodybuilders.
Yeah, that's cool. We're training to become professional wrestlers.
You're fucking kidding me. Hey, bro, these guys are training to be some fucking pro wrestlers.
What's so damn funny?
Nothing, dude.
You know what? Fuck you.
Gym rat number 1 and gym rat number 2 angrily stand up from their bar stools.
Believe me, pal, you don't want to piss us off, asshole.
And what the hell are you gonna do to me?
Rob stands from his bar stool and walks closer to Ben.
Why don't you both just blow me, you fake-ass pro wrestling assholes?
Now I have to fuck you up.
Ben quickly picks up his beer glass and suddenly smashes it against gym rat number 1's head.
Ah, fuck!
Gym rat number 1 doubles over in pain. Ben DDTs gym rat number 1 into the floor and suddenly stands up.
Both you bitches are going down.
Oh, shit.
Rob punches gym rat number 2 in the face and his body slams him onto a nearby table. A security guard, 29, runs over to the scene of the fight. He grabs Ben and whispers into his ear.
Look, Ben, I'm gonna have to call the cops, so just get out of here.
Okay, man, thanks. Tell Nick that I can't work that shift tonight, okay? Hey, bro, we gotta go.
I thought so.
Exterior, Benny's parking lot, same evening. Rob and Ben quickly sneak out of the club into the parking lot and over to Rob's car.
I'm sorry about that, man.
Hey, you told me we were gonna get into trouble. I didn't think it would happen on the first night.
Was that your first bar fight?
Yeah,
Well, we better get out of here before the cops show up.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Do you need me to drive you somewhere?
Actually, now that you say it, remember how that my dad's house is like right down the block there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Rob starts his car, pulls out of the parking lot, and drives away. Exterior, fairgrounds, afternoon. Rob and Ben are putting the ring together inside an empty lot.
Whew. Man, this was a lot easier to do last week. I wonder why that is.
Yeah, well, we had 2 other guys helping us last time.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them.
You boys ever gonna get that damn ring up?
We're working as hard as we can, Billy Bob.
Oh, give me that shit, son. When I was your age, I set up rings in 5 minutes flat.
I later found out that was true. Of course, the damn thing would fall apart halfway through the first match.
I gotta give you boys credit for bringing your asses back here.
Wrestler number 2, 25, is standing a few feet away from the ring.
Hey, Billy Bob.
All right, you boys try to get that damn ring done sometime today. I gotta talk some business. What's up, son?
We got a problem.
Oh, shit, what is it?
We're having trouble selling tickets to this fucking show.
Damn, I knew we would have trouble drawing a house.
So what do you want me to do, boss?
Simple. Get all the boys together, give them each some tickets, and tell them if they don't get their asses out there and sell some fucking tickets, they won't get paid.
Yes, sir.
Wrestler number 2 walks away from Billy Bob. Billy Bob turns and walks back over to Rob and Ben.
All right, you boys stop piss-assing around with that ring. Get over here.
What is it, Billy Bob?
I got a problem with this show.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Nobody's buying tickets to the fucking thing.
Why do you think that is, Billy Bob?
We're working on a Friday night during high school football season in the Deep South, because that asshole who runs this fair gave me some bullshit about how the damn tickets would just sell themselves.
Well, what do we have to do to sell these tickets?
Look, son, the first thing you need to learn about this damn wrestling business is sell tickets. So get your ass out there and sell fucking tickets.
Well, what about the wrestling ring?
I'll take care of the damn ring.
Well, where are we supposed to get the tickets we're supposed to sell?
Just find the nearest dumbass wrestler and ask him.
Okay.
Now get to work.
Exterior, fairgrounds, same afternoon. Rob and Ben are standing in the middle of the fairgrounds. Both of them have a stack of tickets in their hands.
One of us better figure out how we're gonna sell these tickets, or Billy Bob is gonna get even more pissed, as if that's even possible.
I'm thinking we're expected to fight an uphill battle here, Ben.
Tell me about it.
A woman, 42, carrying a purse, begins to walk past Ben.
I got an idea. Pardon me, miss.
Yes?
Would you like to buy a ticket to a professional wrestling match tonight?
Will you be wrestling in the show?
Maybe. If you buy a ticket.
Well, I certainly hope so, because I would love to see you with your shirt off.
I'll make a deal with you. If you buy a ticket to tonight's show and you're not happy at the end of it, all you have to do is find me, and I'll take off this shirt for you.
Sounds like a deal to me. How much is a ticket?
I'm cheap, baby, $1.
You got a deal.
The woman removes a dollar bill from her purse and gives it to Ben. Ben gives the woman a ticket.
I'll see you tonight.
I'm looking forward to it.
Exterior, fairgrounds, same afternoon. Rob and Ben are still standing in the middle of the fairgrounds.
I think I found a way to sell those tickets.
That gives me another idea.
What is it?
Rob sees a man, 25, at the fair, standing near them.
Just follow my lead.
Okay.
Hey, buddy,
Yep.
how'd you like to buy a ticket to a wrestling show tonight?
Sorry, kid, I'm going to the football game.
Well, I understand, but what if I was to throw in a free pass to a strip club if you buy a ticket?
You're kidding.
He's not kidding.
So let me get this right. If I buy a ticket to your wrestling show, you'll give me a free pass to a titty bar?
All you gotta do is show the ticket to the hostess at the door.
Well, what about the football game?
Hey, all I'm asking you to do is buy a ticket. You can do whatever. You can go to whatever show you want at the end of the day.
And I can still go to the strip club?
Oh, yeah.
How much is the ticket?
$1.
Shit, I'm in.
The man at the fair removes a dollar bill from his shirt pocket and gives it to Rob.
Thanks, bud. Oh, and could you do one thing for me, man?
What is it?
Tell all your buddies around here about this, and they get the same deal.
You got it, man.
Exterior fairgrounds, same afternoon. Billy Bob is standing in the finished ring on the fairgrounds. Rob and Ben walk up to the ring. Billy Bob turns to see them.
Well, how many of those tickets you sell?
We sold all of them.
Don't fucking lie to me, son.
Billy Bob gets out of the ring.
Where's the damn money?
He's got it right here.
Bam, baby!
Rob removes a stack of dollar bills from his pants pocket and gives the money to Billy Bob.
You know, I'm starting to like having your dumbasses around.
Does that mean we get some ring time today?
Hold on.
Billy Bob turns to look at wrestler number 2, who is standing a few feet away.
Hey, get your ass over here.
What is it, boss?
I want you to take this money and put it in my lockbox.
Sure thing.
And I know how much money you're carrying, so don't get fucking cute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, boys, let's get to work.
Exterior fairgrounds, same afternoon. Billy Bob gets into the ring. Rob and Ben don't follow him.
Well, hold on. Well, get your asses in here. I don't have all day.
Ben gets into the ring.
Do either of you know how to do a wrestling move or hold?
Well, I know for a fact that Ben knows how to do a DDT and a body slam.
And who in the hell taught you to do that shit?
I was in a bar fight last night, and those moves came out of instinct.
Well, you are either a wrestling idiot savant, or you're just a damn idiot.
What?
And there's only one way to find out which one you are. Come on, slam me. You heard me, dumbass. Pick me up for a body slam. Be damn quick about it.
Okay, I guess.
Ben picks Billy Bob up and slams him. Billy Bob then gets up from the mat.
Well, son, you can give a damn good body slam.
I didn't know I can pick up a man your size.
You mean thanks, I guess.
Thanks, I guess.
One thing you're going to want to do is give the guy you're working with a second or two to get ready for the slam.
I still didn't know I can pick up a man your size.
That was because you didn't pick my ass up by yourself. I helped you do it. That's the first rule of the wrestling business, kid. You're only going to look as good in this ring as the other guy wants you to look. Now, let's see if you can take a body slam.
Billy Bob picks Ben up in a body slam position.
You ready?
Yeah.
Billy Bob slams Ben. Ben screams in pain.
You landed wrong.
I don't understand how you know I landed wrong.
I know, because that slam shouldn't have hurt you that much. So you're either greener than a fucking stamp, or you're a pussy.
Are those my
Take your pick.
Are those my only two choices? Is there like
Would you like me to teach your ass the real DDT?
Sure, what the hell?
Billy Bob moves closer to Ben and gets him into position for a DDT.
Now, let me know if I break your neck.
Huh?
Billy Bob delivers a DDT to Ben, and he groans in pain.
Oh, God.
You still alive, kid?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, it's your turn. Come over here, son.
Rob walks over to Billy Bob.
All right, now lock up with me.
Rob locks up with Billy Bob.
That's a good lockup, kid.
Thanks.
Where'd you learn to do that?
Well, I've been watching wrestling all my life, and I'm a fast learner.
I'll see about that shit.
Billy Bob quickly picks Rob up and quickly suplexes him. Rob groans in pain.
You didn't ask me if I was ready to be suplexed yet.
Ooh, funny, I thought you were a fast learner. Look, kid, do you want every fucking mark in the stands to know that you and the other guy are working together? Rule 2, assholes. You have to be ready for any damn thing in that ring, because the guy you're working with might not be as nice as my ass.
I understand.
All right, I'm gonna tell you boys a story. You never wrestle with your payoff in your pocket. I got my money for my first show before my match, and I put the money in my pocket. Then I took a body slam, and I guess the $5 bill fell out of my damn pocket. The worst part was, I was so damn stupid, I told the promoter about losing my fucking payoff, and he told me he would tell the ring crew to keep an eye out for it.
And?
30 years later, I'm still waiting for that fucking money.
Billy Bob continues to work out in the ring with Rob and Ben. Rob and Ben's backs and chests become swollen and red.
Okay, boys, we're done for today.
Oh, thank God.
I hear you.
All right, you boys did good today. Now get the hell out of here.
Rob and Ben slowly walk over to the ring.
Come on, hurry your asses up. I got a show to start.
Exterior fairgrounds parking lot, afternoon. Rob and Ben are putting the ring together.
Rob, did you ever think that we would be spending a Saturday afternoon setting up a wrestling ring in the back of a parking lot at a truck stop?
I mean, we're just paying our dues, Ben.
I wonder where the boys are.
Well, Billy Bob told me that everybody's at a bar down the street.
Oh.
Rob and Ben soon finish putting up the ring.
Whew. Well, that's done.
Yeah, I just hope that's all we have to do for today because my back is still fucking red.
All right, looks like you boys did another fine job. Today, I'm going to work with you boys one at a time.
Oh, shit.
Before we start, I got a business question for you, Billy Bob.
Shoot.
So, why are you doing a wrestling show in the back parking lot of a truck stop?
You got to go where the fans are, dumbass. And truckers are great wrestling fans.
Well, is it hard to get their money?
No, that's why you let the first 10 big fucks into the show for free, as long as they work security.
Oh.
All right, question time is over. Class is about to begin. I guess I'll start with you.
With me?
Yeah, I'm going to teach you the Irish whip.
Billy Bob grabs Rob and Irish whips him into a corner of the ring. He quickly follows Rob into the corner and begins to chop Rob's chest.
Oh, fuck! Oh.
Billy Bob throws a real punch and accidentally hits Rob in the eye.
Whoa! Looks like you caught a live round there, son.
Whew, it's okay. I'm just, it just stings a little bit.
Well, let that be a lesson to you both. Even old pros make mistakes in this business. Question is not if you get hurt, it's when you get hurt. Okay, it's the next guy's turn.
Rob gets out of the ring. Ben soon gets inside of it.
I have a question now, Billy Bob.
Oh, damn, son. Make it quick.
Do you even know our names?
No. I can barely remember my own fucking name some days.
Well, at least you're honest.
Ben and Billy Bob begin to work out inside the ring doing Irish whips.
Ben and I were doing very well with our training, if I do say so myself.
Exterior fairgrounds parking lot, same afternoon.
Okay, boys, we're done here.
All right, well, I guess we'll see you next week, Billy Bob.
No, you don't get it, college boy. I'm done working with you boys.
What? There is no damn way. We know everything about the wrestling business that we need to know.
I never said I was going to teach you every damn thing.
Well, where are we supposed to learn everything else?
On the job, son. On the job.
Ben and I had just finished our pro wrestling training, and I think we were expecting diplomas or a pair of tights or something, but instead we got something more valuable.
Now, before you both start crying, I got you boys a graduation present. The promoter I've been running these spot shows for needs jobbers for a big show this weekend, and I told him about you boys.
Whoa, awesome.
In all of human history, there has never been two young men so excited to get their asses kicked in front of a bunch of people.
So where do we have to be?
All right, be at the Liberty Arena this Saturday at 6 o'clock, and don't be late because it will make me look bad, and I don't want to have to kick your asses in front of your friends and family. All right, good. Now get the hell out of here before I change my mind and find somebody else.
There will now be a 10-minute intermission.
Like it? Enjoying it so far? Good, good.
So we're gonna get started in just a few minutes. So if you need to use the restroom, go and grab that. Get something to drink from Binks. Thanks again, Binks, for being a great host for us for all of that. That's fine. Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Oh, I was worried about you. I was like,
I'm really ready to go.
making sure I was never like looking over there because I'm
Jeff,
like,
you want to
the
fill my
idea of
class?
leaving
No,
on someone's neck.
I felt bad.
All right, everyone, we're back. All right, we're here for Act 2 of the business. Before we get started, I just want to direct you guys to the back of your program. So one thing that we do here is all our actors get stipends, our crew gets stipends as well. So, ticket sales, any type of donations and stuff goes toward that. So, if you're liking the show, if you want to support us more, you can donate at Fractured Atlas. We're fiscally sponsored through that. So you can get a tax-deductible donation as well. So there's a QR code to scan. We also have a Patreon as well. So if you go to allthelinestudio.com/support, you can find the link for that as well. We always have tons of projects and films going. So if you love what you see and you want us to keep on going, feel free to donate and throw your support in. And so without further ado, we'll get started with our second act of The Business.
Interior, Abigail's living room, evening. Abigail Myers, 41, is sitting in a chair watching television. Rob walks into the living room.
Hi, Mom.
So, what's your good news?
What makes you think I have good news?
I'm your mother, Rob, and you only smile like that when you have good news.
Okay, you got me. I just graduated from school.
There is no way. You just got into college.
All right, you're right. I've not finished college. But I just finished my wrestling training today.
I didn't even know you were in a wrestling school.
Well, I told you that I've been helping out at wrestling shows for the past several weeks.
Yeah? Now I remember you saying something.
Well, The guy who ran these shows has been training me how to wrestle, and, well, I just finished my wrestling training this afternoon.
Well, that is really good news, Rob.
Oh, and that's not the best part. I'm having my first wrestling match on Saturday night.
I have to tell you, son, that this all seems to be moving a little fast to me.
Don't worry, Mom. The guy who trained me is one of the best trainers in the state of Florida, according to the wrestling magazines I read.
So you've done some research into this.
Billy Bob Walker.
Dear God, I wouldn't want to learn anything from a man called Billy Bob.
Okay, I lied to my mom there because I didn't want to tell her I'd been training with an angry old man who I met at a gym.
Okay, so where's your first match taking place?
It's happening at the Liberty Arena.
Isn't that where I took you to see your first wrestling match?
Yes.
I couldn't be happier for you, son.
Thanks, Mom. Will you come and watch my match on Saturday night?
Of course I will.
Oh, good. What's so funny?
I just can't believe that at your age you still want Mommy to come and watch you wrestle.
It's not like that, Mom. I'm expected to sell as many tickets as I possibly can.
Yeah, whatever you need to tell yourself, Rob.
Rob walks over to a chair and begins to sit down.
Well, wait a minute, son.
What is it, Mom?
I need you to take out the garbage.
Mom, I came here for dinner, not to do chores.
It won't take you long, and then we can have dinner.
Why can't I take the trash out after I eat?
Rob?
Okay, I'll do it.
Exterior, Abigail's house, same evening. Rob is carrying 2 large bags of garbage out of the house. He walks the trash over to the garbage can and throws it into the can.
All right, job done.
Hey, Rob, since you're here, can you help me out with something?
What is it?
I just need you to put a light bulb in for me.
Fine.
Interior, Abigail's house, same evening. Rob follows Abigail into the house and into a hallway.
The light in the hallway seems to be working, Mother.
Well, I never said it was the light in the hallway. The bulb in the attic is the one that's not working.
Oh, damn.
Now, there's no need to swear, Rob. It's not that hard of a job.
I mean, you're not the one who's going up there, Mom.
Yeah, but I know. I was looking for my grandfather's blanket the other day, and that's the only place that I haven't looked, so it would be dangerous for me to go up there without any light.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly going to be safe for me either going up there with no light.
Yeah, but you're younger.
Well, what does my age have to do with anything?
Are you going to help me with this or not?
Just give me the light bulb.
Abigail gives a light bulb to Rob. Rob opens the attic and walks up a small set of stairs. A few seconds pass. Rob moans in pain from inside the attic.
Ooh, what happened up there, Rob?
The damn light burned me.
Well, be more careful.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I would have never thought to be careful.
Is the light on?
Yes,
Okay, well, since you're up there, could you bring down your grandfather's blanket with you?
I guess.
Exterior, Abigail's dining room, same evening. Rob and Abigail are sitting at a table.
So how are you enjoying your pork chops?
They're very good, Mom.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying them. I figured you'd want a special meal because of your good day.
Thanks, Mom.
Did that friend of yours finish his training as well?
Do you mean Ben?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he finished today, too.
Well, that's great. Is he celebrating with his family, too?
Yes. He's at his father's bar as we speak.
Well, why aren't you partying with them tonight?
Well, I mean, I came here to tell you my good news and have dinner.
Yeah, but all that could have just taken an hour or so, and you've been here for almost 2 hours. Well, what's that look for?
Nothing, Mother.
You know, you are a college man now. You don't have to spend all your free time at home.
I mean, I haven't been here in 2 weeks.
Well, what are you going to do if some big-time wrestling guy calls you up and says, I want you to wrestle for me in Paris, France, and you say, I'm sorry, I can't go because I'm spending time with my mother.
Okay. First of all, the big-time wrestling guy is called a promoter. And secondly, a promoter who works in Paris? Yeah, they would speak French.
Well, what does speaking French have to do with anything?
I just wanted to show you, you're not the only one who can come up with crazy-ass excuses for stuff, okay? Anyway, that was a good dinner, Mom.
Okay, well now you can go out and celebrate with Ben.
I just don't feel like,
Come on, Robert James Myers.
Oh, God, the middle name.
I didn't raise you to allow a friend to celebrate an occasion all by himself.
Trust me, Mom. Ben is not celebrating by himself.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. All right, you win, Mom. I'll go celebrate with Ben. But if I get arrested, that's on your head.
Oh, come on, you're just being overly dramatic.
Okay, I'll remember you said that.
Oh, wait a minute, Rob.
I was almost out of the damn house.
Did you say something?
What was it?
Could you just take that blanket back up to the attic?
Look, Mom, I'll come back tomorrow afternoon and take care of it then.
Rob.
All right, fine. I'll do it.
Interior, apartment hallway, evening.
It wasn't long before Saturday night, and I was more nervous that night than the night I lost my virginity.
Rob knocks on Ben's apartment door.
Ben's car was starting to act funny, so I came by to pick him up for the show.
Come on in, man.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm in my room. I'm finishing my workout. Just take a seat in the living room.
Okay. Man, I hope this workout isn't going to make us late.
Ben walks into the living room with a young woman, 22.
Hey, buddy.
Hello?
Sorry, it took me a little longer than I thought because I had to get dressed. Okay, babe. Gotta go.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. I can't wait. I'll see you later.
Yo, she's going out half naked.
Oh, I mean, she only lives across the hall.
Who was that?
Oh, a friend of mine. She helps me work out all the time.
Yeah, right.
No, that's not bullshit. Sex is like the greatest exercise, right?
Well, I mean, does it work if you're doing it by yourself? Because that's how I've been exercising lately.
I mean, yeah, it works, but it's like a low-impact workout. Anyway, you ready to go?
Hey, hell yeah.
All right, let's roll.
Exterior, Liberty Arena locker room, same evening. Rob and Ben walk into the locker room inside the Liberty Arena. Billy Bob Walker moves over to them.
Where's your fucking gear?
I don't have any gear yet.
I don't even know where to buy wrestling gear at.
Now remember, this was long before the internet.
Damn you kids, you never come to a show without your gear. I'll see what I can do about it.
Ben notices a group of wrestlers inside the locker room changing their clothes.
So where is our locker room, Billy Bob?
Boy, you don't get your own locker room until you become a fucking draw.
Well, I'm not gonna change in front of a bunch of guys.
Fine, go change in the stairwell. Try not to wake up the drunk hobos.
Fine. I guess I'll change here.
Good. Now I'm gonna find your stupid asses some gear.
What's so bad about this room?
Oh, I guess you don't mind getting changed in front of, some wrestlers here looking at your naked ass. What's so funny?
Didn't you basically grow up around a strip club?
A strip club, that's different.
Okay, how?
It just is, Rob.
Okay, whatever you say, Ben.
Exterior, Liberty Arena locker room, same evening. Billy Bob walks over to Rob and Ben carrying 2 pairs of boots and 2 pairs of wrestling tights.
All right, here's some gear.
Do you know who we're wrestling tonight?
Fuck if I know.
Ben covers his legs with his tights and discovers they are too big.
For some reason, I don't think this is going to fit, Billy Bob.
Well, if they fall off, the ladies will have one hell of a show.
Where'd you find this gear anyway?
I had it in the trunk of my damn car. Now, I'm gonna go talk to the booker.
I knew this gear wasn't going to be the peak of stylish, but I didn't know I was going to look this bad.
I mean, not being stylish is okay with me, but I can't stand how these tights are riding up my ass.
How does my ass look, though?
All right, I just talked to the booker, and he told me who you guys are working with tonight. Now, you are gonna be working with Patty McDowell. He's a good old Mick bastard. He used to wrestle out of Boston.
Awesome.
Go talk to him right now, right fucking now. He doesn't have all damn night.
I was gonna go talk to him about a match. Thank you for giving me that inspiration.
Okay, so who am I working with tonight?
I wish you wouldn't have to work with this asshole for your first match.
Who is he, Billy Bob?
An Indian called Flying Eagle.
I was excited to be working with my childhood idol. Of course, I didn't want Billy Bob to know because I was worried he'd give me a lot of shit. Although, I should have been paying more attention to what Billy Bob was telling me.
So this guy Flying Eagle was a big draw back in the day, and likes to still think he is today. He also likes to beat up on rookies, more than he has to.
So what should I do?
Just try to survive, kid. Just try to survive.
Okay.
Well, go talk to the son of a bitch, see if you can work something out with him.
Interior, Liberty Arena hallway, same evening. Patty McDonald, 44, is standing in the hallway drinking a cup of coffee. Ben walks up to Patty.
Do you know where Patty McDonald is?
Yeah, that's me. You must be the kid working with me tonight.
Yes, I am.
What's your name, kid?
Ben Marshall, sir.
Good to meet you. Is this your first match?
Yeah.
Whoa, kid. Don't ever answer that question honestly.
How am I supposed to answer that question?
You say, I've been wrestling for 5 years.
So what do I do when I have been wrestling for 5 years?
You tell them you've been wrestling for 10 years.
Got it.
So who broke you in, kid?
Billy Bob Walker was the one who trained me.
I thought I saw that old redneck walking around here. You're lucky. He's a damn good trainer.
Good to hear.
I remember my first match. God, it seems only like yesterday. I'm sure old Billy Bob told you that you will be doing the job for me tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You know what that means, doing the job means, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have to lose to you.
Yeah, I know. It sucks to lose your first match, but that's how the business works.
I understand.
So, what do you want to do here tonight?
What I want to do, I really don't know, to be honest.
You know, the old guy I worked with in my first match asked me that same question, and I gave him the same damn answer. Of course, I was so fucking nervous that night. I'm surprised I didn't shit my pants during the match. So are you nervous?
No, not at all.
You're a damn good liar, kid. Look, I'm going to help you out tonight. Just do what I say when I say it, and you'll be okay.
Copy. Is there anything else I need to know?
Yeah. Always remember to take it slow in the ring. A lot of young guys get out there and then wrestle a 5-minute match in 30 seconds.
Got it. I'll do my best.
Good. I'll see you out there.
All right, I'll see you there.
Interior, Liberty Arena hallway, same evening. Rob is standing in another hallway outside a locker room door. He knocks on the door, and a few seconds later, passed with no answer.
I hope I'm not in the wrong locker room.
Come in.
Rob opens the door and walks into the locker room. Interior, Liberty Arena locker room, same evening. He sees Flying Eagle sitting at a small table drinking beer.
I learned a life lesson that night, and that lesson was never meet your childhood heroes.
A large pile of beer cans and bottles are lying on the table and the floor.
Time, bitterness, and alcohol had turned my favorite wrestler into a fat old drunk.
Get me some more beer, kid.
That's not why I'm here.
I don't sign fucking autographs.
I already have your autograph.
And what the hell are you doing here?
I'm here to talk to you about our match.
What the hell do you mean our match?
I'm working with you tonight.
Oh, you know your ass is jobbing for me tonight.
Yeah, I know that.
There! We talked about the damn match. Just you better not get a wild hair up your ass and change the finish, because I will make you pay for it. Do you understand me, boy?
Okay.
Good, now get the hell out of here.
I just wanted to...
Do you know who the hell I am, asshole?
Yeah,
I wrestled in front of 10,000 people 20 years ago. You should consider yourself lucky to have your ass kicked by me.
Flying Eagle stands up from his chair, but he is so drunk that he falls down onto the floor.
That night will always be the best and the worst night of my life.
Interior, Liberty Arena, locker room, same evening. Ben and Billy Bob are standing inside the locker room, and Rob walks over to them.
So, did you talk to your guy yet?
Yeah, and he's a drunk.
You'll earn a lot of respect for this kid.
Okay, whatever that's worth.
Hey, listen, this business is built on respect. And when some promoter calls me up and asks me if I know anybody, I say I know this kid, Rob, and he's tougher than my grandpa's work boots. He's going to ask for proof of how tough you are, and that's when I tell him he's worked with Flying Eagle. And the next thing you know, you have a fucking wrestling career.
Oh, respect isn't going to do me any good if he kills me.
Don't be so dramatic, kid. Oh, that fat old drunk might just pass out before the fucking match.
Here's hoping. And what about your guy, Ben?
Oh, mine's is sober and cool as fuck.
The booker, 34, walks into the locker room and stands in the middle of the room.
Is there a kid named Ben Marshall around here?
I guess you're up first, Ben. Good luck.
YouTuber. I'm Ben Marshall.
It's time for your match.
All right, thanks.
Have a good match, kid.
Come with me.
Where we going?
We gotta talk to the boss, kid.
Liberty Arena, main auditorium, same evening. A wrestling ring in the middle of the auditorium. Hundreds of fans surround all sides of the ring. A ring announcer, 28, is standing in the middle of the ring. Ben is standing on the left side of the ring, and referee 30 is standing in the right-hand corner of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest is a one fall with a 10-minute time limit. To my left, from Jacksonville, Florida, Ben Marshall! And his opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, Patty McDowell!
Liberty Arena, ringside, same evening. Patty begins walking down the aisle on his way to the ring. Now all of the fans begin to cheer. Wrestling fan 25 stands up from his pen with his hand out.
Hey, Patty!
Hey, how are you doing?
Patty shakes the wrestling fan's hand. He continues to meet and talk to the other fans on the way to the ring. He then gets inside of the ring.
How's it going, Patty?
It's going good so far.
All right, Patty, you know what to do.
Ben looks around the ring at the hundreds of cheering fans.
Guy, I'm not feeling too well.
Look, I'll tell you some jokes to relax.
The referee gives a signal to ring the bell. The sound of a ringing bell can be heard from outside the ring.
Oh God, please don't let me piss my pants in front of all these people.
I'm gonna body slam you.
Okay.
Okay.
Patty picks up Ben from the mat.
A priest and a rabbi walk into a bar.
Patty body slams Ben to the mat. And the fans cheer loudly.
Now I'm gonna give you an elbow.
All right.
Patty drops his elbow onto Ben. The fans cheer loudly again.
I do love popping a crowd.
What?
Patty looks down at Ben while lying on top of him.
Anyway, the rabbi looks at the priest and says, "What the hell are you doing in a bar?"
Is it my turn?
Sure, kid. You just have to agree to one thing.
And what is it?
You have to tell me a joke, and it had better be funny.
Oh, you got it.
All right, I'm gonna pick you up, Irish whip you, throw you a clothesline that you miss, and then you take over.
Yeah, you're the boss.
Patty picks Ben up from the mat.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Patty Irish whips Ben into the ropes. Ben bounces off the ropes and comes racing at Patty.
I hope this kid doesn't kill me.
Patty throws the clothesline, which Ben ducks, and grabs Patty into a headlock.
So, how do you want to start?
I think I'm doing a suplex.
That sounds good to me.
Ben begins to suplex Patty.
Okay, so what's your joke?
I can't think of one right now, Patty.
Ben suplexes Patty onto the mat. He then gets up and looks down at Patty.
Oh, come on, kid. You promised me a damn joke.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a professional wrestler here, not a comedian. I'm going for a fist drop next.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Ben drops his fist on Patty's head. The crowd now begins to boo Ben.
Okay, it's time for my comeback.
And how do you want to do it?
Go work the crowd and I'll get you from behind.
Yeah, I got it.
Ben stands up from the mat, walks to the right side of the ring. He looks down out into the crowd and raises his The fans' booing becomes more intense. Patty slowly gets up from the mat and sneaks up behind Ben. He hits Ben in the back of the head with his fist.
Wow, these people really hate you.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, I want to do one more thing before we go home.
What does that mean, go home?
That means finishing the match, kid.
Okay, I get it now. What are we going to do?
I'm going to give you a plate of chops.
Patty throws Ben into a corner of the ring. Ben groans in pain as his back hits the turnbuckle.
Oh, Jesus, that's hurt.
Patty charges into the corner of the ring and crushes Ben with his massive body.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, brace yourself because here come the chops.
Patty chops Ben's chest and Ben screams in pain.
Get hurt.
Ben's knees buckle and he falls down to the mat in the corner of the ring. The crowd cheers loudly. Patty looks down at Ben.
You need to get up, kid.
I'm sorry. I can't.
That's all right. I'll take care of it, but you might not like what I'm going to have to do.
What?
Patty grabs him by the hair and pulls him to
Oh,
his
my
feet.
hair!
Before Ben could even finish the question, he moans in pain as Patty looks out into the crowd.
I'm going to kick his ass!
The fan cheers loudly. Patty throws Ben back into the corner of the ring.
Okay.
Bring on the chops!
Patty begins chopping Ben's chest. The attack causes Ben's chest to turn red, and the fans continue to cheer and chant Patty's name.
All right, it's time to come home, kid.
I can't breathe, but okay.
Here comes my finisher.
Patty throws Ben into the ropes. Ben bounces off the ropes and is coming back at Patty.
Don't fuck this up, old man.
Patty catches Ben and power slams Ben in the middle of the ring.
Oh!
Ben groans in pain and he hits the mat.
You okay, kid?
I'm good.
Patty pins Ben. The referee walks over to Patty and Ben, gets down on the ring mat and makes the 3 count. The fans cheer Patty's victory.
Good match, kid.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
Patty rolls off of Ben, stands up from the mat, and walks over to the ropes. He begins to soak in the crowd's approval.
Who's the best wrestler in the world? That's what I thought.
Ben rolls slowly and painfully out of the ring and begins to walk unnoticed back to the locker room. Interior, Liberty Arena locker room, same evening. Rob and Billy Bob are standing in the locker room. Ben walks into the locker room, still feeling the pain from his match. Rob and Billy Bob move closer to Ben.
Are you okay, bro?
I'll be fine.
You done good out there tonight, son.
Thanks.
Patty walks into the locker room and over to where Rob, Ben, and Billy Bob are standing.
Hey, how are you doing, Billy Bob?
Hey, Patty, how you been?
I'm doing okay. Word has it, you know this kid, Billy.
Yeah, I'm the one who trained his ass.
Well, he's a good guy. He gave me a good little match. There's only one problem with him.
I know. He's got to learn to hold up to the chops.
Oh, come on, Billy. Nobody can hold up to my damn chops. You should know that, or have you forgotten?
Well,
Now, I would be more than happy to remind you if you've forgotten.
go fuck yourself, Patty. So what's my boy's problem?
He needs to learn some jokes.
There's a guy named Bob Marshall in here.
I'm Rob Myers.
I already had a match, miss.
Your match is next.
All right, thanks.
Interior, Liberty Arena locker room, same evening.
Is that other kid with you, Billy?
Yeah, I trained his ass too.
Who's he working with tonight?
Flying Eagle.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe Flying Eagle is too fucked up to wrestle, you think?
Oh, Rob had better hope not.
Why do you say that?
Because if your ass doesn't wrestle, your ass doesn't get paid.
I know Flying Eagle, he would come crawl out of a fucking coma to torture a rookie.
There's a lot of encouragement there, guys.
Yeah, you want encouragement, call your mama.
I just hope Rob's mama's having some car trouble tonight.
Interior, Liberty Arena, main area, same evening. Rob is standing in the ring with the ring announcer and the referee.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is a one fall with a 10-minute time limit. To my left, from Fernandina Beach, Florida, Rob Myers! And his opponent, from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, weighing in at 278 pounds, Flying Eagle!
Flying Eagle staggers down the aisle. A kid slaps Flying Eagle on the back. He turns to glare at the kid.
Don't you fucking touch me!
Flying Eagle soon arrives at ringside and barely gets into the ring. He then stumbles over to the ring announcer.
Listen here, asshole, I weigh 250 pounds.
All right.
Say it again right.
I've already said.
Don't make me fuck you up, man.
Okay, I'll do it. Just calm down. Pardon me, fans. Flying Eagle weighs 250 pounds.
You better watch your fucking ass.
Okay, boys, I'm gonna start the match.
I know how to start a fucking match.
Flying Eagle suddenly punches Rob in the face.
Shit!
Rob moans in pain and falls to the mat. Flying Eagle turns to the fans.
I'm gonna fuck this bitch up!
The crowd cheers loudly. Rob painfully gets up from the mat and walks up behind Flying Eagle.
If he's going to fuck me up, I was going to make him pay for it.
Flying Eagle suddenly turns around to see Rob coming up behind him.
What the hell are you doing?
Rob suddenly punches Flying Eagle in the face. The attack cuts Flying Eagle's lip. Flying Eagle whips the blood from his lip and glares at Rob.
You're gonna pay for that shit, boy.
Flying Eagle suddenly kicks Rob in the stomach. The attack knocks the wind out of Rob, and he falls hard to the mat.
Let your punk ass up, rookie.
Rob is still lying on the mat, trying to regain his breath.
Fine, I'll get your lazy ass up.
Flying Eagle picks Rob up from the mat and punches him in the chest. Rob falls limp, barely holding on to consciousness. A second wrestling fan sees Rob's attack from his ringside seat.
Shit, this kid is really hurt.
The fans begin to boo Flying Eagle.
Kiss my fucking ass, you fucking marks!
The referee walks over to where Rob is lying.
Are you okay, kid?
No.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Flying Eagle moves in closer to Rob and the referee.
Okay, Eagle, we're done here.
Fuck you!
Flying Eagle knocks the referee to the mat. He moves in close to Rob, sits on his chest, and begins to punch him in the head.
I'll see you in hell!
Rob soon loses consciousness. A group of other wrestlers from into the ring pull Flying Eagle off of Rob.
Let me go, you fucking bastards!
Interior, emergency room, same evening. Rob is lying on a small operating table. A doctor, 30, is shining a light in Rob's face. Rob is beginning to awaken.
He's waking up.
Where am I?
I brought your ass to the emergency room, kid.
What the hell happened?
That fat fuck went over the line with you.
It was my fault.
How in the hell you figure that?
Well, I punched him in the face, and it pissed him off more than I expected.
Oh, fuck that. He punched you in the face first. You just gave Flying Eagle a receipt, which is perfectly right.
I thought you'd be mad.
I'd be pissed off at you if you didn't punch his fat fucking face.
Really?
You're supposed to respect the veterans, not be their bitch.
Can you recall what happened in the match?
Yeah, I can remember most of it.
Well, you don't have amnesia.
Well, that's some good news.
Do I have any other injuries?
You aren't hurt as badly as you should be, so you're gonna be in pain for a while.
You lucky fuck.
I've got some other patients to check on, but I'll be right back to check on you. Excuse me.
Sure, Doc. Thanks.
Did you ever get beat up like this, Billy Bob?
Yeah, I didn't have the option to go into the fucking emergency room. I had to use old workers' remedies.
An orderly, 24, walks into the exam room.
There's an angry woman outside who's claiming to be your mother.
Oh, God, Mom. I forgot she was coming to watch my match.
Do you want me to let her back here, sir?
Yeah, okay.
All right, son. Here's your story.
What are you talking about? Rob got hurt in the ring. He didn't knock over a gas station.
Look here, boy. I've been married 3 times. I know women, and if they think the men in their lives are getting hurt doing something, they have a tendency to stop them from doing it.
Oh, come on. I'm a grown man. My mom can't stop me from doing something that I want to do.
You don't fucking believe that, son. You're not that stupid.
Rob, are you all right?
Yeah, Mom, I'm okay. The doctor already checked me out, and he said I'm going to be fine.
I have never been more scared for you in my entire life.
Don't worry, Mom. It's just the business.
What in the hell does that mean?
Ma'am, what that means is everything went, according to plan.
And who, may I ask, are you?
I'm Billy Bob Walker, and I trained your son to be a pro wrestler.
How can you look at my son, Mr. Walker, and say that?
Now, what I'm about to tell you, ma'am, can't be repeated to anyone, but the referee cut up Rob to make him look like he does. Now, granted, he get a little carried away, but, you know, that happens.
I saw my son being carried out of the ring unconscious.
What can I say, ma'am? I trained your son well.
Do you feel okay?
Yeah, Mom. Like I said before, I'm fine.
I'm going to choose to believe you.
Now, my mother's not stupid. I knew she wasn't buying what Billy Bob was saying. However, her looking into my eyes, she knew this is what I wanted to do. And she knew she couldn't stop me from doing it.
Okay. I feel better now. I just want you to promise me one thing, Mr. Walker.
What is it, ma'am?
You will never make my son wrestle that motherfucker ever again.
Yes, ma'am. You have my word on that.
Well, he had better hope that I never see him again, or I'll kick the living shit out of him worse than any wrestler ever could.
Mrs. Myers, I believe you. And any wrestler who knows that son of a bitch Flying Eagle won't stop you from beating his ass.
I want you to come home till you're better.
Mom, Billy Bob was going to take us out for a beer.
There will be plenty of time to drink beer with your wrestling buddies.
Oh, come on, Mom. I'm feeling better, and I could use a beer.
Rob, don't make me embarrass you in front of your friends and Mr. Walker.
Okay, Mom.
I guess since you're feeling well enough to go out and drink beer, you must be feeling well enough to come home.
Good luck, son.
Thanks. Thanks for coming, Mom.
I wasn't going to miss your first professional wrestling match.
Well, I guess it's just you and me.
Seems that way.
Where you want to go for that beer?
My dad's club isn't too far from here.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that, son.
You like Benny's that much?
Oh, I love your old man's place. Let's go. Okay, now what are the chances of me getting a free beer?
I don't gamble much, but the odds are pretty good.
All right. And what are the chances of me getting a free stripper?
You'll have to talk to the woman in the VIP room for that.
This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
The end.
All right, thank you all so much for coming out. Now we're going to invite the writer, Wayne Cothron. We're gonna move this microphone in the center for him, and we're gonna open this up for a Q&A.
Here, I know what to say. Hold on. Orlando, acknowledge me. Acknowledge him. All right, and I want to thank the most electrifying group of people. And where's Scarlet Bloody Bravo? Where's she at? Okay. And that is the end of my product. I've been working on that first one all week. So any questions?
Where'd you come up with the idea?
Well, I grew up in the 1980s when America was at its cultural apex. And as most kids my age, I watched wrestling. And that's where all of this came from. Go ahead.
Is this like a true story, or did you just come up with the story?
It's not true.
Okay,
That was just, I was out of names. Sorry, go ahead.
Is this the beginning of possibly a series that you consider a series?
As a matter of fact, yes. I started this as a drama comedy series, hour-long series, because I thought that there were just so many different characters. Most of the characters are loosely based on pro wrestling people that, I've heard of and read stories about. So, yes. Unfortunately, I've never actually wrestled. I just have bad knees.
Most wrestlers do, so
Yeah.
conflicting story there, sir.
Well, you were working with Scarlett. She can make anybody look good.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
put me over.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Oh, well, so many. It would have to be, I started watching wrestling in Dallas, so it would have to be Kevin Von Erich. I don't know if, yeah. Yeah, so those were my first, but the most nationally known wrestler that I still like is the Nature Boy. Yeah, I don't even have to finish it now, do I? I mean, you say the Nature Boy, and yeah. Yes.
So for Kid Rob later, would they have wrestling names? Do you have an idea of what their...
I wanted to. I'm glad you asked that question because I don't really have an answer for it. But I wanted Rockin' Rob to stay Rockin' Rob for as much as he could. I was thinking for Ben, because I enjoy the wrestler Beautiful Bobby Eaton, so I thought Beautiful Ben might work. But that was, because he's kind of a prima donna type, And can everybody hear me? Because I'm wandering from the mic. Okay. So any other questions? Yes, sir.
It's like this, we always see them coming up together. It become a rivalry, or?
I just really wanted to do like one season in Mexico, one season in Japan, and then but eventually they would become rivals. One of them may leave at some point.
I mean, in real life, as well, not just in the wrestling.
They may work a program. Yeah. Yeah, give away everything. But yeah, I'm thinking it's up here. I've planned a lot of that out. I was going to, let's see, what was it? I was going to have them do like I said, a season in Mexico, a season in Japan, maybe a season in Dallas, and then basically go into like WCW, although I can't call it that for legal reasons. And then one of them or both of them end up in what would be New York. I guess I can get away with that without getting sued. Pardon? Or the Fed. Or the Fed. And then that may be where one of them's head gets too big, because everybody wants to be Shawn Michaels, but somebody's got to be Marty Jannetty. And the wrestling fans in the crowd know what I'm talking about. So, any other questions?
Is there any possibility you can probably see this one day, like on YouTube as an actual show or film?
Well, that would be up to a lot of the other talented folks in the room if they wanted to. Yes, that would be. I would enjoy that. Yes. Pardon? No, he's a fat guy. Because he's the veteran. He's supposed to be, Okay, well, I kind of figured that, but yeah, well, I should have told you earlier. That way, you could really pack on the weight. And if somebody gave you any crap about it, you could just say, "Well, De Niro puts on weight." I forgot what was it. I think it was Raging Bull that he put. See, you could have been our Orlando equivalent of De Niro. But yeah. Not as hard as it should have been. He did a lot of Instagram videos. I'm so happy that he enjoyed himself with this. Yeah.
One, I saw Wayne's name on that script. Two, everybody who knows me loves pro wrestling. Look at that NWO tattoo, baby.
Oh.
And three, I get borderline. I just like doing videos.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for that. Woo. He certainly does a... Can you hear him, or do you need the microphone? Okay.
But he thought that he was me for some reason. And like once, he would come up to me and he'd be like telling me all this wrestling stuff. And I'm going... And he's going, I don't understand. I talked to this guy on Twitter, he knows everything about wrestling, but every time I try to talk to him, he doesn't know anything. And it was about, I don't know how many months it was before I figured it out. He gave me the attitude, no, that's not me. That's my friend Wayne.
So let me explain how the confusion came in. His handle on Twitter is Pod Rider, and he has a podcast. I was on his podcast, and I would see on Twitter him posting stuff about wrestling. So I linked them because podcast, Pod Rider, same person. Then I go, hey, yeah, what about this? Did you see that? He's like, what? I'm like, we were back and forth on Twitter. He's like, that wasn't me. I'm like,
Yeah, one other thing that I had to show Doug to prepare him for his role, because he did not know until today what an Irish whip, a DDT, and all the other stuff was. So I showed him a video of Jake Roberts doing the DDT. If anybody does not a wrestler can do it better, I'm sorry. Okay, and then I showed him the Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant body slam, because he didn't know what a body slam was. And it was in slow motion, so he could really, figure that out. Not that he planned to slam anybody, he just wanted to know what it looked like. Yeah. Well, so, okay, any other questions? I have, to be honest, and it goes back to the other gentleman's question, I have rewritten it so many times I could probably sue myself. It has been in my head for years, and I'm so glad to finally see it on stage here. Oh, I didn't think I'd ever get this far. I thought, like Jeff said, I thought it would just be 20 shows in my computer. But yeah.
This is the first step, baby.
Yeah. Okay. Doc is the best hype man not named Paul Heyman. Okay, is there any other actual questions? I do have a question for anyone who's not a fan. And this is just, would you watch this show if you saw it? Okay, all right. I always like to ask that question. Does he want to take one or give one? Well, he could. I don't know. He could probably do it with Scarlett. She's light, but yeah. Well, yeah, in a shoot fight, yes, not a doubt in my mind. All right. Oh, did I?
Any time for one more question?
Oh, is it true you're the co-producer of an amazing sketch comedy?
Oh yes. I am also the producer of a groundbreaking podcast, Can Me Theater, with my fellow producer Doug McDowell, who you've seen today. I'm glad you brought that up, random person.
Yeah, you can check out Can Meet Theater. You'll recognize voices of certain people, like Doc's been on it, I've been on it, Freya's been on it. Just lots of people. So they're kind of like our brother in arms. Can Meet Theater and All the Line as well. We share actors and scripts and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you all so much for coming out. Really appreciate you being here. Yes, we do this every single month. So if you look at your program, you'll see the next 3 lined up. The next one is Dead Camels, which is like a crime thriller, like really cool. So really gritty, very different from this. So we mix it up, different genres. Follow us, All the Line, Studio and Incubator. We're out there on all the social medias. Check out our website, and we hope to see you guys back again. So thank you all. And thank you, Banks.